Okay, hey you guys, welcome to our Sozo team call. It's Sunday, June 4th, first Sunday of the month, brand new month. We love June, and we have a lot to celebrate for May. So we're going to be talking all kinds of things today, mostly about how to get started in your business, how to get started right, things to do to move quickly. But first, we have to celebrate lots of new friends here on our mission. So many, you guys. I'm afraid I'm going to miss some people. So just off the top of my head, okay, I know we just signed up a couple new reps a couple days ago, most of them on Rachel's team. So I'm going to let Rachel share all of the stuff that's going on in her team because it's pretty much like blowing everything up this month. She had how many new DDs, Rachel? Like four, five?
7 DDs and a VF.
Yeah. So Rachel is working really super hard on reaching SSC. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so that means she had 3 club this month, first time 3 club qualifiers. So big congrats to her on, we don't officially know if she's reached SSC, but unofficially, we're pretty sure she did. 3 clubs, so great job to her qualifiers, Chrissy Lacey and Kira and Lacey.
Yes.
Lacey's first time qualifier, so really awesome job, Lacey. Good for you. And tell us more, Rach, about who else is joining your team this month and some other promotions you have, because I know you had a VF too, right?
Yes, Jessica hit VF, and Lacey can talk about that. Robbie joined the team this month and hit her DD. Corey joined and hit his DD. Patty joined and hit her DD, which Patty has shared in our shred groups, her shred story. So that is super exciting. And Corey, I mean, we've been dripping Juice Plus on him for since he walked into class a few months back. Subtly, I tried to make sure he overheard me talking about it. And then Beth Ann joined under Jessica, and who else? Melissa joined under Chrissy. So just had a lot of people who joined and had kind of already been talking about Juice Plus and thinking about this. So once they joined, it was really easy to encourage, like, let's just knock out your HLP. You've got your order. And it makes sense business-wise, for the whole month of June, you're going to get that bonus and earn at the higher percentage. And I mean, I love doing that, giving them that success, the feeling of success right away. Not only that they've joined a mission, but they've already moved up that first promotion. So I'm super proud. And Lacey, if you want to talk about Jessica, so she can go back and listen to this.
Yeah, congratulations, Jessica. And Lacey has her first VF.
Very exciting. Yeah, Jessica just hit VF, and she's been on fire and just doing really good. So I'm very excited for her and where she's going.
Should you tell them, how Jessica came to be on our team real quick?
Sure. Yeah, she was actually invited to conference, and so that just shows how powerful conference is. And when you can get people there, they just jump on. She said she didn't want anything to do with it before, and she came to conference, and I didn't even have to ask. She wanted to just jump on in and get started, and she's just taken off and done really well.
Yeah,
she loves the product.
So
yeah, cool. So she lives there near Anaheim. Yeah. And we were like, oh, let's meet up, and it's so funny. I mean, she was like, I am totally not interested in anything you're doing. I just want to come see you. And by the end of it, she came to the after party, and her husband came, and it was just really cool to see her see the experience through the eyes of someone who had never seen this community before. And I wish she was on, because the things that she described that she saw totally affirmed what we know to be true, and how amazing this community is, and how it's just focused on bettering people's lives. and the relationships and all of that is not only known, but it's evident. Like you can see it from the outside looking in. So that was exciting.
Okay, so should we tell them really quick, since this is for our newer reps, what the HLP and getting the DD and what a VF means?
Absolutely. So HLP stands for Healthy Living Plan. And the company incents you, if you would like, within the first 30 days to add your own order plus 2 other households and a total of 500 points. And then you get a $100 bonus and you move up that first step in the commission plan. And it can be a combination of orders, but we talk trios. So it's your trio plus 2 other people's trios, and you hit that and you've already got that done.
Yeah, really super easy to do. And we really encourage even like our family planners. So those who are maybe just, signing on as part of the business to save some money on their own product, to at least do that healthy living plan so that you can get the $100 bonus back, which covers the $50 sign up fee plus a little bit extra. And then, like she said, you're getting extra back on all the orders moving forward too. And then moving on to like a VF, which is our virtual franchisee position, that's just the second level. And that is including the 500 points that you just did. So the 2 additional households, that's included in this next goal of VF. And then it's a total of 2,000 points. And we have a points chart that we'll show you here in a second how to access that. And that can be done within 60 days. And it gives you a $250 bonus. Plus, it takes you up another level with a 14% commission. So keep in mind that you guys, every time that you bump up a level of commission, you always stay at that level. So once you reach it, you stay there, and moving forward, all orders that you place are at that higher commission level. So we talk a lot about, you'll see a lot of promotions are being hit at the end of the month because we really don't want you to have to wait for the following month to get that commission. If you are really close, we really push you towards getting it by the end of the month, because it always becomes effective the next month. So if I promote in May, it becomes effective in June. So
I remember when I hit VF, it was mid-month, and then I continued to get orders. And in my mind, I just thought, oh, well, now all of these orders are VF level orders, but they're not, because I wasn't effective VF yet. So the end of month is really a strategy just so that we don't leave extra money on the table, and you have that in your pocket for those orders that you're continuing to get.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, it's really for your benefit. It doesn't necessarily affect us either way. I mean,
no,
but it's for your benefit. So, so we have another VF promoted, Norma Stevens. She also promoted to VF this month in May. So congratulations to you, Norma. And we have just Lacey and Elaine, and I believe Tori were first-time qualifiers. So that means that for the first time, they've qualified their businesses, which allows you to earn an extra 5% bonus on all of your downlines orders. And so that's an incentive moving forward to continue to add people to your team, but also to self-qualify with your own customer base and reach about 1,000 points a month. Now, this isn't requirement, just so you know, but once you reach that VF level, it's just a bonus. So it takes about 24 trio customers, and that usually is between you and your dealers and DDs under you, which don't feel like you have to understand what that means right now. But moving forward, it's HLP is your first goal, and then your second step or goal is that VF position, and then the third is to qualify your business once you're a VF.
Whenever I talk about the business, I always mention the fact that you can be successful in this business with 24 to 40 customers. And if you are bringing people onto your team, or if you're new to the team, that's an important number to keep in your mind, 24 to 40. And, some people make Excel sheets, some people make a list in a notebook, but being aware of where you're at and reaching that goal, so that it's not a surprise to you if a customer cancels and you you fall out of that. But I think that's also encouraging, because when I imagine other marketing plans, and I don't know them well, but I imagine companies, where you go into someone's house and buy kitchen gadgets or something. I feel in my mind that they would have to have quite a large customer base, right? Because I buy my spatula, and now either I continue to buy more spatulas, or that person has to go find more people to buy different spatulas, or whatever the product may be. So that is a huge, I feel like, an advantage in our business. The 24 to 40 is a manageable customer base, and really we want to take the best care of those customers so they'll be customers for life.
Yeah, and they truly usually are. I mean, you might have customers that cancel. That's normal. Usually it's because they never took their product to begin with. But you'll also have some that need to delay every now and then. But generally speaking, most of our customers, I mean, we have them for at least 4 months, but usually 8 months, 12 months, years and years. And then they'll usually turn around and become reps themselves at some point or another. So taking care of your customers is definitely important. We're going to talk more about that. So let's move on. We're going to talk about that on our third Sunday of the month. We're going to talk about taking care of our customers. What does that look like? How do you run some reports so you can kind of see what your orders are? And the second Sunday of the month, we're going to talk about live it and share it. So live it, the mission, and then sharing it. We'll talk a lot more about the Shred 10 program and why that is so important for our businesses. It really has revolutionized the way that we're doing our businesses, and it allows you to grow so much faster, but also to give your customers an experience, a health experience that really they can feel and see so much faster at the same time too. So we're going to talk about that every second Sunday of the month. And other things about how to share. So maybe like, what videos are we using? How are we using Facebook? What are some verbiage ideas? Things like that. How to really utilize our Facebook groups. So look for that next Sunday. And then the third Sunday, again, we'll talk more about customer care and how that looks like creating that best customer experience and really taking care of them. And then the fourth Sunday of every month, we'll talk about building our businesses, adding teammates, how to foster, your story so that you feel like you can share the business. And so every week we'll talk about a different topic, but then we'll revisit that topic the next first Sunday of the month, the next second Sunday of the month, and so on. So each call will have a similar topic each Sunday of the month, but it will be different people sharing their experiences or their business stories, etc., every month. So do expect something different every month, but make sure that you are plugging in your team and that you're plugging in yourself to these calls, because really this is very important for your success in your business, but it's also very important that you realize that you are a part of a community of people who are here to help you and who are here to help you share Juice Plus, and however that looks like for you. But it's not something that you have to do on your own, right? Like, we really, really mean that. We are here to support you, and plugging into us is the easiest way to do that. So let's talk a little bit more about getting started. Okay, so I want to make sure that we know exactly where to go, whether you are a new rep or you are bringing on a new rep. So I'm going to share my screen really quick so I can show you firsthand. So most of us are all on Facebook. This is our Sozo Mission Facebook group. You can tell because this is us. This is our crew we took to our conference here in Anaheim. So you'll definitely want to try and get to the Indy one so you can be on our front page. If you go to our main Facebook Sozo Mission group, right here you see the search button. You can search things. So this is from my computer. On your phone, usually it's like right around here, you'll see a search button. And if you type in either the sponsored checklist, which is what we created so that you as a sponsor, if you're bringing on a new teammate, can click on this list and check it out and step by step learn exactly, okay, I don't know how to get this person started. I've invited them to my team. Well, this is going to tell you. Make sure they're on our Facebook groups. The second step is that they go to the JP Reps video guide. So we started this video guide to show you exactly what to do, how to do it, where to find things. You'll first want to watch the welcome video and the getting started videos. So you can go back to the Sozo mission page and go back to the search and just search YouTube playlist to find it. And then once you do, I recommend saving this tab so that you have access to it more easily than that. But JP Reps Guide playlist right here, just click on that. It'll take you over to YouTube right here. So welcome to the team. They're all in order. You and your new rep can watch these. If you guys haven't watched them, I encourage you to, just so you kind of understand what you're asking them to watch. But this was just a quick overview of what Sozo Mission is, a little bit about Rachel and myself, and I forget what else we talk about. But it's a short one. So that's great for them to get to know, like, okay, they're going to hear about Sozo Mission. They're going to hear, like, Jackie or Rachel, and it's just going to give them a little bit more frame of reference, which is always nice as you get started with something new. Okay, so that's
We tell them what the word Sozo means.
Should we tell them now, or should we make them watch the video?
Oh, no, in the video we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, watch the video. It's fun. You get to watch me and Rachel be funny on video.
The bloopers. Oh, my gosh, if those come out someday.
I think I deleted most of them. Not on purpose, just because you know me. Okay. And then the second one is the Getting Started checklist. So this is a lot more in-depth video for your new rep. It's going to say exactly what they need as far as resources and tools go. Most of it is going to be directed to the mission-driven-model.info website. So if you guys haven't checked that out, highly encourage you also get this one and save it to your home screen on your phone, because you will access this probably more than anything as you get started. Yep. Mm-hmm. So as you get started, you'll definitely want to start with this Getting Started tab, and I'll go through all this in that video. I'll say, click on this. Now check out the Getting Started checklist. These are new Getting Started videos.
Yeah.
Not
cool.
sure. Yeah. They're always adding new stuff. But the fast track and the points charter, which you're going to really want to focus on as you get started, the fast track is going to take you to a couple videos that'll say, you know, step 1 is your HLP. What does that look like? How do you do that? What do you get? Then step 2 is your VF, which we talked about earlier. What does that look like? How do I do it? And then step 3 and step 4 and so on. Mm-hmm. And then the points chart is going to show you the points that we're talking about. So each of the steps, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you'll do them in order, and you're tracking these points here in blue. But I go over all of that in a little bit more detail on that Getting Started video.
Can we ask real quick, does anyone have any questions about the points chart? Because we kind of referenced it, but, and we have some new people on today. Can you just pull that up again real quick so we can reference? For HLP, for Getting Started, we're looking at the blue column, the total, these points right here. So when you get a trio, we're adding up the whole 169.5 points.
Yeah, so 500 points would be 3 trios. Mm-hmm. 500 points is what you need for your healthy living plan. Mm-hmm. Any 500 points. It doesn't have to be trios, but it's just the easiest, fastest way to do it is 3 trios. So that's kind of how we always talk. But also, we also always recommend the trio.
And that's whether the customer pays in full or pays in monthly installments. So I remember thinking that our pay in full, the 265, you know, I compared 265 or customer that they've updated it. So it says that 279 includes shipping. So perfect. As does the monthly price. All monthly prices include shipping.
Yeah, which is nice because you can say to your customer, it's $71.25. That includes shipping, which is a really fair price. I mean, to include shipping alone is great. So yeah, definitely make sure. I always recommend just going to this and printing it out so that you have it, just have access to it, and keeping a track of your customers as you go, so you can also keep a track of your points. So you're not just trying to look them up in your office all of the time. Just easier that way. There wasn't a whole lot else I wanted to show you on this mission-driven model, but if we go back to the video guide, remember, it's the getting started checklist. This is going to go through exactly everything you need to know, like, to get started. So we really want you guys to watch this video as a new rep, and as a sponsor, direct your new reps to this playlist to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So then the third video is going to just be more about share it. We talk a little bit more about how we share and why we share and who we share with and those kinds of things. Remember, these are all just really basic. We're just trying to get as much information out there, but not to be too overwhelming, like what we feel like you really need to know right now to get started. But each week, every Sunday when we do these calls, we're going to expand on each of these things every week. So we'll have separate playlists. Over here, you can access the playlist in the library, I believe, or you should be able to. This is my own YouTube, so I'm not really sure how it looks for you guys, to be honest, but you should be able to. You'll have like a share it playlist, and we'll have a new reps getting started playlist. So you'll have a best customer experience playlist. So every week as we do these calls, we have more people sharing their experiences with their businesses. You can go in and look at those. So just keep that in mind, okay? So if you haven't already, make sure you watch the new reps video guide series here. Okay, so let's go back real quick to Facebook. I'm gonna give you guys a peek onto my Facebook page right quick. Okay, so I just want to show you a couple groups here because most of you are new and you're probably a little bit overwhelmed with all the Facebook groups that you've been added to, and that's okay. There are quite a few. The first one I want to talk about is the Sozo Shred It group. If you're not on this Facebook group, I encourage you to just get in there and at least see what we're doing with our Shred 10 program. Here in this group is where we add all of our customers and prospects who are interested in the shred. Whether they are actively doing it or not, we can add them to this group because we share lots of great information here. And it's easy for you. You can just say, I'm going to add you to the Facebook group that I do my shred with, and you can tag them in some of these posts, whatever kind of information you want them to know. So most of this is all educational information that we've shared. You can kind of scroll through and start to learn it yourself. Still, we're still sharing some recipes and things like that on here because we still want them to have some valuable content too. But keep in mind, this is for anybody. This photo will change every month, just so you know that as well. So you're not just looking for the photo. But so every month we do a shred group, and it will become an event. So we'll go to, let's see if I can be quick about this. Events, too many. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Here we go, events. So every month we'll create a shred group, event. So the event is just for active shredders. So if you are actively shredding or you have customers who are actually shredding, that means they have their products and they are ready to shred for 10 days. You can add them to the event. You will just invite them to the event, okay? So once they're invited into the event, then we want to make sure that we're tagging them in our welcome posts, which I didn't actually do today. So I'll do that right now. But you'll tag them in the welcome post so that they have all the resources that they need. They'll get a cookbook, they'll get a shred guide, and a couple other things. So if you're doing the shred, look for those two things on your Facebook, as well as our Sozo Wellness group.
And something we've learned about events is that a person can be invited to an event and never really see what's going on in the event if we don't tag them in something. So with that welcome post, be sure if you have anyone joining you that you just go in and comment and tag them and say, welcome to the shred. So then now on their feed, everything that gets put in there over the next 10 days will rise to their feed. Otherwise it can go unnoticed or undetected.
Right. And that's so important, especially, I mean, this is why I'm showing you our stuff now on Facebook, because how many things are we in how many groups are we in on Facebook, or how many events are we invited to on Facebook? It can be a little bit overwhelming. So thank you for sharing that, Rachel. Make sure you guys are tagging as much as possible. So when you add people to that shred group where they just want to learn about it, or maybe they're ready to do it, but we haven't created an event yet, add them and tag them in something that they want to hear about. Or even if it's just, hey, welcome to the group, that's fine. Okay, so Sozo Wellness is our wellness page. This is for all prospects, any customers, any teammates, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
This image also changes every month as well. And then this is just mostly for us to offer education and inspiration for our customers. We'll talk more about this wellness group during our, creating the best customer care experience call. But I just want to make sure you guys know that this is also a group that we want you to be a part of, that you are aware of, so that you can be posting, you can be commenting, and you can be adding your customers and prospects to this group as well. This is a great, easy way for them to get some education, not only on Juice Plus, but on healthy living topics in general. We post a lot of, we share a lot of educational pieces like articles and things like that, as well as recipes, inspiration, etc. So Sozo Wellness is that page. Please feel free to use it. Shooting Stars is our mother team. These are our upline NMDs, Peggy and Bree here.
And your grandmother.
And Bree, I know, I was going to say, but that sounds weird, right?
Yes. Considering point them out, like.
They're really more like our big sisters. How about that?
Yeah.
They're our big sisters team. So you'll also be added to our Shooting Stars Facebook group. And there's hundreds of Shooting Stars here to ask or to help you guys out. And they also have a list of calls that you can also check out here as well. So they do a team training call every Tuesday afternoon. Here is their Zoom ID on here. This is the one I always have memorized, not our own, but there's a couple other ones too. So if you're fast track to a VF, so you're working towards that VF goal, you can get onto that call. They've actually changed it. It's not Wednesday anymore, so it's Tuesday. But that's on just ask your sponsor, okay, if you want to get on a call. They let you know. We talk about calls every week, so. So that's our Shooting Stars Facebook group. And one more I want to show you guys that's really, really helpful as you start to share Juice Plus is the Juice Plus stories.
Oh, above socials. Down, under push fit. There you go.
See what I mean? There's so many.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Juice Plus stories. Again, we'll talk more about this in the next coming weeks, but I just want to make sure you guys are added to it already so you can start to see some of the stories that are being shared by a lot of our customers as well as our teammates about how Juice Plus has really changed their health. So these are really amazing to read. I recommend doing that on your time when you have some time, but also adding your customers and your prospects there too. Mm-hmm. I think that's mostly it that you have to kind of be aware of as far as Facebook goes. But I did create a new Facebook group just for our Sozo mission reps if you are working on your VF goal. So if you told me you were working towards VF on that post that I made in Sozo Mission, you've already been added to this group. And here it's starting this week. So this is going to be focused on helping you get to VF by the end of June, give or take. Okay, so keep in mind that this is another group you're going to want to just be watching for the time being.
And we have Jessica joined us.
Oh, yay!
We were recognizing you in the beginning. Do you want to tell your story, like how you got to VF and just how proud we are of you?
Oh, thanks, guys. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. I worked last night and I slept like 3 hours today, and then I'm a hot mess, and I'm at my sister-in-law's house hiding in the backyard from all of my kids. But Lacey invited me to conference, and I told her that I would go because I wanted to see her because I live close to Anaheim, and and I knew you, and you messaged me around the same time, and we're like, hey, you're in California, and I was like, oh yeah, what's going on? So she proposed it as, hey, you want to go to this party with me? And so I ended up going and seeing a couple of the people speak and on Thursday, and then going to the glow party and stuff. And I kind of just really fell in love with the people and what they were saying, and it was kind of just brought me a lot of hope to think that I could be off medications maybe, and that I could help my daughter with her cholesterol and stuff because she's had really bad cholesterol since she was 7 years old. as a result of medication she's on, and it has not improved. So I decided to sign up for her. And then the more I listened to them talking, I decided to sign up for me. And so when I started, I just basically, like, it was literally like a week before shred. And so I just told my whole family, like, all the women in my family have really bad autoimmune problems. And so I was just like, you guys have to do this with me. We have to do this. We have to try to be healthier and to get what we need. And because it's not, the medicine that we're taking isn't working. Things are not going well. So, I mean, what is it going to hurt to try this? So all of the women in my family did it with me. So that helped because I have a lot of women in my family. And so that was a lot of orders. And then, so then my mom decided to sign up today because she's loving Juice Plus. And my sister-in-law signed up because I would not leave her alone. And she lives in my house, so she didn't have a choice but to listen to me. And then I have another friend who signed up because she was like, well, I'm just going to do it for the discount